Hello and welcome. In this video, we're going to be solving another hard and super tough idea that came in the Pure 2 Cambridge exam. This is the 9709 paper 21, so basically Pure 2, June 2016, third question. So let's start by reading the question. The question says, given that 3e to the power of x plus 8e to the power of negative x equals 14, find the possible values of e to the power of x and hence solve 3e to the power of x plus 8e power negative x equals 14 to three significant figures. So the first part of the question tells me find the possible values of e power x. I'm not trying to find x here. I'm trying to find what are the values of e to the power of x. Okay, so I'm trying to find what is this value over here. Obviously, I cannot solve for it straight away because if this was, for example, 3e to the power of x equals 12, so straight away I can divide 3, and I will know that e to the power of x equals 4 and I'm done, right? However, I cannot do that over here. First, what I will do is I will do a slight modification. I notice that this here is basically e to the power of negative x, right? Which could be written as e to the power of x all to the power of negative 1. Isn't that correct? Yes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite this equation as 3e to the power of x plus 8e to the power of x all to the power of minus 1 equals 14. And then just to make it easier on myself, I'm going to call e to the power of x, I'm going to call this whole thing another letter, I'm just going to call it y. And now I'm going to substitute. So this is going to be 3 times e to the power of x. Instead of e to the power of x, I'm going to put in y. Plus 8. And instead of e to the power of x, I'm going to put in y. And I will not forget the power minus 1 equals 14. So over here, this is going to be 3y plus y to the power of negative 1 is the same as 1 over y. So this whole term is going to be 8 times 1 over y, or basically 8 over y equals 14. And from here, I'm going to multiply everything by y to get rid of this y in the denominator. And if you guessed it right, yes, we will have a quadratic equation. So multiply y both sides. This is going to be 3y squared plus 8y equals 14 times y is basically 14y. So this is starting to look a lot like a quadratic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put everything on one side and equate to 0. So I'm going to move this 14 to the other side, or basically subtract 14y from both sides. So this is going to be 3y squared minus 14y plus 8. This is not 8y. This is supposed to be just 8. Okay, because 8 over y times y, the y will cancel and I'll just be left with 8. So this is 3y squared minus 14y plus 8 equals to 0. And clearly, this is a quadratic. So I have multiple ways to solve this quadratic. And by the way, I have a full quadratic series that teach you every single possible way that you can solve any quadratic. I'm going to leave a link to it on the top right hand corner over here. Please feel free to go check it. So over here, this is going to be, I'm going to solve using the quadratic formula. The quadratic formula looks something like this. It is minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Okay, where the quadratic equation is in this form: ax squared plus bx plus c, right? Or ay squared plus by plus c, or ah squared plus bh plus c, any letter, it doesn't matter. Okay, so over here, I'm going to use the quadratic formula. So my b is going to be basically negative 14. So I'm going to have minus of negative 14 plus or minus square root of b squared, so negative 14 squared, minus 4 multiply, my a is going to be 3, my c is going to be 8, over 2 times a, so 2 times 3. So in quadratics, usually, or most of the time, we're going to have 2 solutions, right? How to obtain 2 solutions from this? Super easily, it's all due to this plus or minus over here. If you copy this whole thing and do it on the calculator, however, one time doing plus, if we do something like this, one time having it as a plus, and another time putting this middle sign as minus, you will obtain basically 2 solutions. So when this is plus, if you put it on the calculator, that is basically going to be, this part is going to be 14 plus square root of negative 14 squared is basically 196, minus 4 times 3 times 8 is 96, over 2 times 3 is 6. And over here, I'll have the same exact thing. However, this is going to be minus 196 minus 96 all over 6. So I know that 196 minus 96 is basically 100. So this is 100. So this is going to be 14 plus square root of 100 is 10 over 6. So 14 plus 10 is basically 24. 24 divides 6 is going to be 4. So my first answer is going to be 4. And over here, I'll have the same thing. This is going to be 14 minus 196 minus 96 is 100. Square root of that is 10. So 14 minus 10 over 6. So that's going to be 14 minus 10 is 4. 4 over 6, which is basically 2 over 3. So this is my second answer over here. So what's this answer? This is basically answering for y, right? So here I know that my y is going to equal 4, or my y is going to equal 2 over 3. Okay, what was y initially? Do you remember? We said that y is equal to e to the power of x. So in other words, I know that e to the power of x is equal to 4, or e to the power of x is equal to 2 over 3. Now, to solve this equation, we need to find the value of x. This means solving any equation. When I tell you solve 2x equals 4, solve, that means find x. So x equals 4 over 2 or 2, right? So over here, I need to find x. How to find x from this first equation over here? To find x, you take ln, or the natural log of both sides. So ln of e to the power of x, ln of e to the power of anything is that thing. So this is going to equal x, equals ln of 4, or natural log of 4 on the calculator, which is basically 1.39 to 3 significant figures. And similarly over here, ln of both sides, so you take ln of e to the power of x, so x is going to equal ln of 2 over 3. If you put ln of 2 over 3 in the calculator, that's going to give you x equal negative 0.405, and these are your 2 answers over here for this question. Okay, if you come and you want to check your answers, what you can do is you can replace x with 1.39, so 3 to the power of e 1.39, so 3 times e to the power of 1.39 plus 8 e to the power of negative 1.39. If you put that in the calculator, 3 e to the power of 1.39 plus 8 e to the power of negative 1.39. If you put that exact thing in the calculator, it's going to give you 14.039 0.37. This extra is because we rounded, so if you use the more significant figures, this number is also gonna go to approach 14 to give you the right answer and to make sure that your answer is correct. And if you try to substitute the other x, which is negative 0.405, it's also going to give you 14. That is how you know you solve this answer correctly. This is a 6 marker. It's not a super easy question. It has a different idea, so I thought it's helpful for me to share it with you guys. Please leave a comment down below if you have any questions or suggestions. Don't forget to watch the other videos and stay tuned. Please subscribe and stay tuned, because I'm going to be doing full before exam all you need revisions for each topic for mechanics and pure for the next session, October, November. It's super close, so stay tuned for this revision. It's going to be super helpful. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching and have a nice day.